Hello and welcome back to another episode of Yokayi Footy Shorts. My name is Megan Waters and I'm joined by my brother, as always, Andy Krakouer.
Sis, how good was the first round of Sir Doug Nicholls Round? So many great jumpers, so many great moments. Let's get stuck into it.
There was so much to celebrate, and one of those things was the Gold Coast Suns getting up in the NT on Larrakia country, 64-point victors over the Cats, which was great scenes, and I just loved watching footy in the top end. But to the ladder now, what I'm absolutely loving here, and I'll keep banging on about it for as long as Essendon sit in the top, especially at top two. It's great to see.
Yeah, and probably the biggest move is obviously Carlton slipping outside the 8 and Yartapuulti in 4th position, Megs.
Yeah, there was plenty going on this weekend, so we're going to take it where it all finished on Sunday afternoon. The Mullich Warawa versus Nam, but it was the Harley Reed show once again. This kid is phenomenal. I can't get over the fact that he's 19 with the way that he's playing with so much maturity, but also just so much strength and power and speed. He's unreal.
Oh, I love the confidence in the young man. Even taking on Christian Petrarca. I think there was a photo that came out during the week, I think about 6 years ago, when Harley, had aspirations to be able to get in the AFL, and obviously Petrarca was already there, and then on the weekend he was taking that man on. And I just love this moment, the ability for him to be able to understand his body position, take control of the footy with one hand and kick the goal and grab the jumper as well. He's an absolute star, and he's certainly bringing people through the gates, Megs.
Yeah, he is. He's making me watch Mullich Warawa games as well, so it's great to see. Taking us to the MCG on Saturday afternoon, Collingwood taking on Goanna. The dying seconds of this game, Isaac Rankin with the ball. Talk us through it, brother.
Yeah, as you can see on the clock there, there's 20 seconds left. Stoppage on the wing, really close game. It's going to be the last roll of the dice for the Crows to go inside 50, but he got caught for running too far. So the Fox Footy Lab got their measuring tape out and he ran 24.2 metres, but I thought the umpire probably could have let that go and had a better feel for the game. But fortunately, the Pies were able to get the job done. But Isaac Rankin looks like he's got an injury there, and not too good news there from that aspect, Megs.
No, not at all, because he has been phenomenal for them this season, so that'll be a big out for them. Okay, I want to talk about this game. I think everyone's talking about it because it was absolutely wild. The, again, dying seconds, Yartapuulti and the Hawthorn Football Club. The Hawks looked like they had this in the bag the whole way through, and then Willie Rioli kicks that goal, and then here we go, 15 seconds on the clock. Gee whiz.
Oh, Megs, and that man, Zach Butters, with the last clearance was absolutely huge. Had the 17 disposals, 5 contested possessions, 5 clearances and 5 inside 50s. And then you see the defenders of the Hawks grabbing their heads thinking, how the hell did we let this one get away? But the crowd from Yartapuulti, they absolutely loved it. The boys loved it as well. Kenny Hinkley would have loved it, no doubt, but a great win by them, Megs.
Well, I'll tell you who didn't love it. The Hawthorn supporters would not have been happy. I think there would have been some tears shed going to bed on Sunday afternoon. Now, no tears shed here, though, because we're getting straight into our Yokayi moment, and this one makes me so proud. Every single Sir Doug Nicholls round, we see our brother boys elevate to another stratosphere, and this weekend was no shortage of highlights, especially this one here from Bobby Hill. Just love how much he embraces culture.
Oh, beautiful scene. It's great to see this man, Flying Ryan, back in the mix. Kicked a really nice goal there. Almost took the best mark ever taken on an AFL field. He took 2019 mark of the year over Max Gawn and tried to do it again. Charlie Cameron hit some form as well, beating up on the Tigers, kicking a fair few goals. So it was great to see the brother boys do their thing on Sir Doug Nicholls Round, Megs.
As it always is, my brother Sir Doug Nicholls Round brings with it so much, and this is my opportunity actually to get into Ask Andy, because something that I've been loving this Sir Doug Nicholls Round is how many clubs have embraced their traditional owners' names. 7 clubs so far this season. Do you think all clubs should follow suit?
100%, I believe that should be the case, Megsy. I think obviously it's a long process to be able to get through cultural obligations and get the okay to be able to use traditional owners' names on the lands that we live and work upon, and obviously play AFL football. So I love hearing it. I think, we talk about the jumpers, we talk about the storytelling, but I think, language and education as well is a part of that. And to be able to hear that language from different areas of Australia is beautiful to see.
Yeah, and I loved the Woolwich Murrawa game versus Naarm and how the Fox Footy commentators really took it on board. They used it right throughout, and I just loved hearing that. So, yes, hopefully not long before all clubs are, we're using all language name across the board. But before we wrap up, we do want to quickly mention Talking It Up, our vodcast series. This week's guest is Lydia Williams, so make sure you tune in to it on the AFL app or AFL website or wherever you listen to your podcasts. That's it from us for another week. Make sure you tune in next week because we'll be talking all things Dreamtime.